Alondra and Mario. Say hi, guys. Say hi. Get in a little bit more. Get in a little more. And ¿cómo se llama otra vez? Iliana. So, Brenda, thank you for having us.
No, thank you for being here, you guys. Very pleasure to have you guys to come to this project that is barely starting here in Valle de Guadalupe. Like something very different how I was used to see how it's been growing so much. So we're very excited to have you guys here.
Yes. So tell us about the name, because the name and the logo are very it's very like I'm very drawn to it. But I want to know where you came up with the name and with the logo.
Okay, well, first of all, the owner here from this project, his name is Cesar Reyes. He's from El Salvador. Right now he lives in the States, and he's a winemaker. He makes wines in the United States, and also too he makes wine here in Mexico. He has this project, I call him like that. He's a doctor to the wine. Okay. When I'm saying doctor to the wine, he fixed, wine that it went bad in the process in the fermentation. So he helped wineries, to remove. It comes in Spanish calls volátil, which is one of the things that the wine is not right to have because like very acid. So he helps like to fix those wines. And when he came down to Mexico, he started with that project. But he seen the potential that I was here in Valle. He's like, I want to make some wine here. Why not making wine? He was already making wine in the States, but he's like, no, we have to make something here because, Valle has a lot of potential, a lot of quality grapes growing here. Why not process wine? So right now he's making only red wines, not white wines or rosé. He started only for
We're
red.
okay with reds.
And what's it called? So he's, like I said, he's from El Salvador. So when he got here, he saw that how was the people, like he said, Mexican people have responded with him, like very friendly. So Ceacatl, it's un dios, Ceacatl, an Azteca. In the moment when he got there, like it helps like to get like ¿cómo se dice? Unirse gente, like to get union.
Bring people together.
Yeah, bring people together.
Yeah, together, like friendship, like you don't have to be from another side. It doesn't matter if you're from another side, you could be from everywhere and everybody's gonna receive you good, no? So it's like a representing the union of how it's in different cultures and how they're friendship each other. So he named it Vino Cēāctl in honor of that part. So he went to very Mexican thing. As you see the logos, the labels that we have, it's like very like Azteca,
Yes.
And then
and that's what I was gonna say, but I was like, what if it is not Azteca? But that's what I was like. That's what I was getting.
Yeah, so he wanted to make like something very different, which like I said, he makes only more single varietals than blends. So all his labels there, they have like the face Azteca with the name only of the grape. And we're coming up with new labels, which are we have one that you really like, Ella, the Zarape. So it's something very from in here from Mexico. And he also makes brandy, and then we have this one.
This is the brandy. This is the brandy. I'm excited about this. That's so exciting.
And then we have these ones, like you see these logos, like very Mexican. Like this is coming up. It's not ready yet, but it's coming up. So yeah, he wanted to make something like very different, like usually it's here, but with the touch of what it's in Mexico. So yeah, right now, like I said, it's only making red wine. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Yeah, right here you guys are going to try 5 different wines. One of the wine that you're starting with, it's going to be Lambrusca. Lambrusca, it's known from Italia. So here in Mexico, we have a part if it's Nebbiolo Mexicano or Nebbiolo from Italy. So he wanted to show people that, I mean, you don't necessarily have to call Nebbiolo. I mean, it could be Lambrusca, you know? So usually Nebbiolos or Lambruscas from Italia, they're very light, very easy to drink. They're not heavy as much Nebbiolos are here. So we're gonna try here 2 type of different wines. Lambrusca, like from Italy, and then Nebbiolo here from Valle.
Okay.
So the first one that you guys are having, it's Lambrusca.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going, it's a very young wine. We only pass it 10 months in a barrel. So the barrels that he uses, it's French barrel, but it depends of the wine he's making. It depends on the tones that he's gonna use.
Okay.
So this one on the Lambrusca, we only make pass a very short time in barrel, and we only have it in a barrel, like in a medium toast barrel. So if you right now, if you guys grab your glass.
Salud, salud.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Oh, you gotta try it with that. Ooh, it does smell really light on the nose, too.
Once you guys were coming, we opened the bottle so it could let it breathe because they were closed. So yeah, it's a very young wine. As you see, the alcohol, it doesn't attack you. It's like, you know, fruits, but they're like very soft fruits, like going like mature fruits. One of the things here also too, Cesar makes here in his wine, he leaves the wine in the bottle. Because sometimes here, when the wine gets very popular or people start knowing about the wine, and they don't give the chance to leave it more time on bottle. So he's one of the things that he has. He want to take care of the part, and he only makes about 1 barrel, 2 barrels for each different label.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, it's
This is really good. It's really like if you're not somebody who's a big red wine drinker, this is really good to like start with.
Yeah.
Because it's really light. It's not gonna punch you in the face like a Tempranillo or a Cab or something like that. And it's still really fruity.
At the end, it has like a little estructura.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you about.
Yeah, but it's not a heavy one, you know?
Yeah.
You could feel the barrel. You can feel the barrel, the toast of the barrel, but it's not like something is gonna punch you like, ay, está bien fuerte, you know? Like very acid. I think it's a very good structure that
You mentioned you opened the bottle in advance?
Yeah,
Or
before you guys were coming, because I like
because
this
it
one
does
to let it
taste
breathe.
different from last time I had it.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it was
It's
just
better, yes.
Yeah, when you guys came, I was just opening the bottles.
Ajá.
Yeah, because it was like in the second group.
How long did you leave the bottle open for?
Ay, aquí nos llegamos aquí como a las 12, digamos. So I think it has like an hour.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I always try and aerate my wines anyways.
Yeah.
But it's because you do taste a difference when you just pop it open versus even like 15 minutes letting it, 30 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
Like you can actually taste the difference as the oxygen has hit it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like this is really good.
Yeah, I think it's the wine for the day that you could drink it. Like, you know, sometimes you want to have
This
like
is
a
what
glass.
I call popcorn wine.
Popcorn. Like Netflix wine.
Yeah,
You know, like
because
Netflix.
I love having wine and popcorn, right?
Yeah.
And so this is like what I call popcorn wine. It's a very easy wine that I could sit there and have some popcorn with.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, the bottle's gone.
Yeah.
You said it's an Italian wine. Like, does that mean he brought some vines from Italy? Did
No,
he import?
actually, he buys the grape,
Uh-huh.
so he don't have a vineyard yet. He just buys grapes.
Oh, okay. So where did he? So he
Yeah.
bought the grapes from Italy.
The clone of
Yeah.
it was from Italy, so
Okay.
that's why he named it also to Lambrusca.
Yeah.
And the Nebbiolo that we're gonna try, they said it was from here, so he keep it as a Nebbiolo. So he wanted to show you guys the difference between a Lambrusca and Nebbiolo. So
Yeah.
right here we're saying that you're trying more like a Italy versus to
Yeah.
Mexican.
Well, no, I mean that makes sense, right? Because obviously those types of wines are old world wines, which old world wines tend to be named after the areas that they're in versus the actual grape that's being used. And here we use the names of the grapes that are being used. So to be able to differentiate, like this is more, these grapes are from Italy, and then these grapes are from Valle. It's kind of a good way to differentiate those two.
Yeah, and you know, it's very interesting because Here in Mexico, if you would tell me, oh, we have a Lambrusca, they might think it's a Lambrusco. You know?
Yeah.
So like, no, I don't drink that wine, you know?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we start with Lambrusco. When we start, drinking wine, when we don't know about wine or we want something more soft, sweet, something, we go to
Sweet, yeah.
Lambrusco. So when you're saying,
And I don't like Lambrusco because it's too sweet for
yeah.
me.
So when they say, oh, Lambrusca is like, huh? You make Lambrusco? We don't like Lambrusco. But they get
Yeah.
confused of the two, those type of two different wines. But yeah, this is something more different. But like I said, it's like the synonym of the Nebbiolo.
It's a really soft coat, like you can still kind of see through it too. It's
Yeah, it's because the Italian wines, like if you try Italian Nebbiolo, it's a very light. Like I was telling Liliana earlier that ni la mano te puedes ver, son muy transparentes.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't have a dark, heavy color. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting to find, these type of wines here in Valle because you always used to try not the same taste, but like como la insignia del Valle, Mucha fruta, a lot of breadfruits,
Yeah.
And so find different wines, I think it's like, eso te transforma como conocer un poquito más dentro de, ¿no?
And this has got a good balance of not being too sweet, but not being like super puckery dry like you would get from a cap or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a good balance of it.
Con un pattern of cheeses, picks out, like you said, the popcorn.
Yes.
So, yeah. It will be
Yes.
very, yeah.
This is definitely, that's what we say, we call it a pop, me and my fiance call it a popcorn one.
And we make a very small production. The cases that you see in the last line, there are about 20, 23 cases, that's it what we have. We don't have any more.
Oh,
So
wow.
this one, we only have him here and right here. We don't have him on the other side. It's only here.
So if people want to come try and taste the wines, they have to come here.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. This is
And
always
it's
fun.
just so you guys know, it's a long, bumpy road, but I'm going to tell you right now, just from this wine, and I can't wait to try the others, this was worth it.
It's worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
No, and plus the place, you're surrounded with trees, you're near to the mountains, so.
And you know what I like? Because Alondra's like, there's no signal there, but I like when there's no, because then you can really be present, right, with your familia or tus amigos. You can really just kind of have that experience without being on your phone the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get out from everything and, you don't have your phone right there that is all ringing messages and,
Yeah.
So, so it's interesting. I mean, and we like this spot, where we found it too, because one of the things that we want to show you guys, we want to show you all the quality that we're making, that we're having. And I want you guys to enjoy what we're making, because like I said, the production is very small. So the winemaker, Cesar Reyes, he said that he wanted to keep it something like that. He wants people to find a spot where always be like that, like something very small,
And this one, I almost tasted like, not like a fully ripe plum. Like just under a fully ripe plum is like one of the notes I was getting from it. But it's so light and so, oh my gosh, I really like this one.
Yeah, very, very light.
Yeah. What'd you think, Mario?
It's good. It had pie-like undertones.
I was thinking blueberry a little blueberry as well.
That's the flavor of the tartness of rhubarb towards the tail end.
Rhubarb. I was trying to figure out what that flavor was, but I've had like a little bit of rhubarb, but it does have tartness towards the end. Okay, and this is the Nebbiolo.
We have the Tempranillo.
Oh, okay.
I'm
The
giving you guys.
Tempranillo. No, well, because she said she was gonna give us the Nebbiolo too.
No, you guys are trying the Nebbiolo.
Okay.
Yeah, but how I'll give you guys the wine is like kind of to the lightest one, to the heaviest one. But the last one, you're gonna be very surprised to the last one.
See, don't tell her anything.
Yeah.
I was
Salud,
surprised when I tried it.
Salud,
Wait
salud,
for the plot twist.
salud.
Salud. Happy New Year's.
Happy New
Nuestro
Year.
último wine tasting del año, de 2023.
See, what's today? I don't even know what's today.
Today is a good day.
29.
That's what it is.
Today is
Yesterday was
You're right.
El día de los
That's
inocentes.
what the day is. Oh, this is still really light on the nose too.
Yeah, this is going to be our Tempranillo. This is only also to 100% Tempranillo. With this one, we pass it more time in barrel. This is 12 months in a barrel.
I smell the
Smells
earthy.
For me, it smells like pancetta for some
Really?
reason.
Well, I smell like once I
¿Verdad?
I smell a little bit more earthiness, a little bit more like saltiness, like
Sí.
yeah.
Como pancetta,
Yeah.
a little bit of,
Even like the Italian cut?
sí.
Okay.
But you know what? I will say this. I really do tend to like Tempranillos from Valle. And there's a couple others that I like, but I'm not a huge, but I do tend to like the Tempranillos from Valle that I've tasted.
You know, it's very interesting because at some point, el Tempranillo was a very famous grape here in Valle. Y de repente, not everything was gone, but there's only few wineries now that they have Tempranillo.
Really?
Yeah, Tempranillo, I would say it's kind of on certain part delicate grape. What's it called? Like, I think the weather has been changed. Sometimes it kind of be affecting Tempranillo. So who has Tempranillo is because of the soil they have is very adapted to it. Where they have it, the weather, because you know how here in Valle de Guadalupe we have near the ocean.
Yeah.
So depending on the area you are, it's also it's how it's gonna be the plant adapted to those I would say part of the weather or soil.
Tempranillo?
But yeah, it's very interesting because now many few wineries they don't have Tempranillo. What I know who has Tempranillo, I think it's Relieve, Montechanic. Alcina tenía o no?
No.
Santo Tomás, todavía están haciendo.
I've had the Santo Tomás.
Who else has Tempranillo? I think Rubio has Tempranillo. I think Benacaba. So they're like very few wineries. But back in the days, I remember like 9-10 years ago, everybody has Tempranillo. And everybody would call it, you guys call it Tempranillo because you guys harvest early. But no. This grape comes from Spain. But it's not because we harvest early. I mean.
Ooh, this has a very like smoky.
Yeah, this is
It's a
very
really
different to the
smoky flavor.
Lambrusca. It exactly has more like taste of the barrel,
Yeah.
more the smoky, the how can I say it? Cuando hueles esa madera, you know how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
gives the
Yeah.
it has that.
What do you think? Can you taste the smokiness of it?
But
you can't taste the smokiness of it?
If I tasted the smokiness, I wouldn't like it.
Really?
I don't
But
like
you know
it.
what? Okay, so this is what I always say. This is the beauty of wine because it's very subjective. Everybody has their own taste buds. Everybody tastes something a little bit different. Everybody tastes, but because that was the first thing I tasted was this, but I like that taste.
Hay un
I
dicho
like
que
the
dicen,
smokiness.
there's a thing that they said, the best wine is the wine that you like.
I say that all the time. See?
They said it's the best of the wine. But then there's another one that say, okay, but also too, if it had right, it's the process of wine. Que también está procesado el vino.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it might have a defect or something, and we might know a lot about wine, and because it has, I don't know, probably like something sweet, but it has a kind of bad taste, but we have a nice taste because it's sweet. They're like, it's a very good wine. But they're like, nah, that wine is not good. You know, it has a sugar, something else, has like a defect because kind of smells good and everything. But it's when we have to learn like how the wine is processed and if it's correctly processed the wine. Yeah.
What do you think, how does it make you feel when people call Valle the Napa of Mexico?
You know, what I hear a lot, they're like, this is how it used to be Napa back in the day, back in the years, how it started, you know? People, I mean, me that I'm in the industry that I see when people come from the States and they come here to Valle, they get very surprised because Valle, if you compare it to Napa, we're very small. You know, Napa's huge, and then they have all kind of, they have they grow very well grapes and Chardonnay and all kind of things. So they get very, very surprised. But what I hear a lot, they're like, this is how Napa started. We hope it don't get like Napa. Yeah.
I will say this honestly does remind me because I, have the relationships with a lot of Latino-owned wineries. And a lot of them are like this, very similar, very small, micro wineries, micro vineyards and stuff like that. And I still get that feeling from them. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think there's also a difference in when it's small, more attention is paid to the process you can almost taste the love of everything that kind of goes into it, because it's not these huge vats of these huge productions, and everything just takes more time, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the difference. There hasn't been any of the wine, except the dessert wines. I'm not a big dessert wine person. But there hasn't been really any of the Latino-owned wineries in the U.S. and not really many here that I haven't liked because of that. And that's why I tell Alondra when we come here, I'm like, I want to make sure we're going to Latino-owned wineries, because there's also a difference of people, the appreciation of the land and the
Yes.
appreciation of what's happening here versus somebody who doesn't know about the culture, doesn't know about the land, doesn't know about the people, saying, oh, I'm just going to buy a winery in Valle and do whatever I want to do. And you can taste the difference in that too.
Yes, totally. You know, I'm with you with that. It's when people also too, they come down and they're like, which winery you recommend me? I'm like, okay, what do you want? You want something more special? You want picture? You want view? What do you want? You know? And here, what I see in a lot of different wineries, I mean, you could have the money and whatever. It's not just to come and put a vineyard and have a nice winery, you know. It's the passion that you have to, you know, to make wine, because this what's this, esta bebida, it's a respect, you know.
Yeah.
It's something to enjoy, to, you know, disfrutarla, to see what it has, to taste and everything. So people that they doing that they have passion what they're doing, that they have love and ¿cómo se dice? Paciencia, because this is not like a business. I mean, this is, you know. So I'm very into the part, and it's happening here too. You know, they're passionate what they're making.
Yeah. No, you have to have that patience, because
Yeah.
wine is not an overnight thing,
Sí,
obviously.
sí.
I mean, because look at even this, let's see, this varietal's from 2017. and this one, the cab is 2017 as well.
Yeah, there are all kind of vines that we have. We said, I mean, besides with the wines that we see right now, but like I said earlier, we leave the wine in the bottle. We give them time age on the bottle.
So do you guys do the same thing here as in the state? Like in the States, you can't put the year unless it's all from the same year. You can't put the year on the bottle.
No,
unless
you
it
know,
all comes from the
also
same
his
year.
wines from over there cost different. It costs Prohibido wines. So it's like more going to the States, not here. Yeah. So you know how over there they have ADCs,
Yeah.
you have all kind of things like appellations and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different thing, totally different. But yeah, also to the production he's making, it's a very small production that he's doing over there, and he's all doing also two red wines.
Pero su pregunta es más de como, ya ves como si tienes 80% Nebbiolo, 20 Cabernet, lo puedes llamar Nebbiolo.
Okay.
Toda tu cosecha tiene que ser del mismo año para que le puedas poner ese año, como si es 2017, toda la uva tiene que ser 2017.
You know, the thing that they have here in Mexico, there's not any lot.
So you really have to be in love with it because you want to do it right.
Yeah, there's not. But the thing here in Mexico, like if you do a harvest Cabernet 2017 with the Merlot, if it's 80% Cabernet Sauvignon and 20 Merlot, you could call it straight up Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, I think it's the same in the U.S.
In the U.S.,
Yeah.
But right there, I think you have to put the
you
percentage.
have to put the
and
here,
here,
blend.
it only says Cabernet, you know? But you have to put the percentage. And one other thing, what he wanted to is to trust me to show like characteristics of each different variable. So what I know right now, the time that I've been working with them, everything is straight up because I've been seeing back of the bottles how they be making and everything. So where they process the wine, part of the wine it's on Montechanic. Yeah, because we don't have like a fabric or something.
Yeah.
As you see, this is very small. But yeah, I mean, there's wines that they have, like for example, we have the red blend, and if you see it back on the label, it don't even says what grape it has, you know. So
it's just the red blend.
Yeah, it's a red blend, you know. But in other places, I mean, you do have to.
Oh my gosh, it's like lifted too. It's like what a beautiful
You
bottle.
have to put the percentage of each different grape. Last time, you guys tried Merlot, ¿sí, verdad?
We tried Merlot.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. because the last group didn't try Merlot because we haven't bring everything. We need to bring all the wine and everything. We have it in different cellars, so we have to bring everything. And I think I only had like 3 or 4 bottles, and it was gone, and we didn't have any more for tasting. I was like, sorry, we don't have Merlot, but you guys got to try
Woo! We get the Merlot.
it. Okay, so we're gonna do a Nebbiolo.
All right.
We're doing a Nebbiolo.
Now we're doing the Nebbiolo.
Now we're doing the Nebbiolo.
This is what you're tasting.
Sí. De hecho, me llevé una botella de...
I love the glasses too.
Sí.
I need to have some wine and chisme glasses.
Sí.
And then I'll bring some for you guys down here too.
Yeah.
Salud, salud.
¿Cómo es el vicio que no se acaba?
Salud.
El vicio que no se acabe.
No, ¿cómo es?
No sé, nunca lo
I
he
forgot.
escuchado, pero
Ay, no le
así
dé
me
nada.
gusta.
No le dé nada.
Salud, vicio que
This
no
is
se
a little
acaba.
bit darker, obviously,
Yes.
than the Lambrusco too.
But like I said, this is not the color from Mexico, Nebbiolo from Mexico. Yeah, this is a little bit more thick,
Yeah.
darker. I would say the color. The other one is more lighter. Instead, yeah, we have a little more intense on the color, and it's that the smell, the aroma is gonna be totally different. to the
Oh,
rest.
it's totally different.
So if you were doing a blind tasting, I mean, you would imagine like if there was a bottle. Let's say this is Nebbiolo from Italy and Nebbiolo from Mexico, you know? So you will see the different characteristics of each different type of wine. Yeah. So it's this one, the Nebbiolo.
This is the Nebbiolo. Trying to see what I get on my nose before I taste it.
See, I was like, no, we have to let it open the wines and. Is it
And also you can see all the bottles have the...
Yeah,
How
the
wax.
wax?
yeah.
Yeah, which we were talking last time about that. That many in Valle, they don't use wax. They only use it more they use more this one. Well, I don't know how to say in English, but in Spanish
Like
it's
the
casquillo.
foil, the
The
foil.
foil? Okay. So, usually it's more typical here.
Yeah.
You see wax when you have a premium wine, you know, a magnum bottle or something more premium. So on this one, what's it called? All his bottles are in wax, everything. This one we have it like that because this is an example of the label that he's
Yeah.
bringing out.
It's
And
beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful label.
but what's it called? Yeah, one of the things that, and everything that's, I always said handmade, hecho en mano.
This is also a little bit more dry too. I think you can like
Yeah,
definitely taste
yeah,
it.
like I was saying earlier, Nebbiolos from here from Valle, they're a little more intense, more high, more tannics, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, all his labels, you know, they're different, but only the premium wines he has the type of different material.
Mhm.
But all of them they have all wax.
I know that there's been cork shortages and everything. Have you guys found that for you in regards to the corks for the bottles? Like, has that impacted you at all as far as bottling or anything? As far as the cork shortage?
Yeah, you mean like the type of corks that we
Yeah.
using, or?
I mean, they're natural corks. Which,
¿Se ha tenido algún problema con la... con la... Sí, con la cantidad de corchos, con...
La cadena de suministro.
Sí, el suministro de corchos.
Oh, because they said there's no more trees, or?
no, it's a shortage because there's more wineries popping up
Yeah.
using the natural. I know some places are using the synthetic corks.
Oh yeah.
Let
Or they're
me
using
just-
another one called uno más uno.
What's
Plus
that?
plus one. It's mitad, mitad, half and half.
Oh.
It's the half. It's aglomerado, like this one. Like I always said, the bottom is natural. The middle it's aglomerado, and then the other one is like natural.
Oh,
they're
I
using that.
haven't.
Right now they're doing different kind of corks. They're doing the natural one, aglomerado, the synthetic. Another one calls. They're like 5 different ones.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say as somebody who because I don't want to go through an entire bottle for each podcast I
Mhm.
record, right? So I have a Coravin.
Okay.
They don't work on synthetic corks.
Uh huh.
It only works on natural corks. And I accidentally didn't realize that one of the bottles that I had a synthetic cork. So I used the Corvin, and then when I popped it open a little bit later, it had gone so bad. It had turned brown. It was so gross. But I was only taking pictures.
Yeah.
But like you can only use something like a Corvin, like a wine preservation system, you can only use with natural corks.
It's because, this is, aquí depende del vino that you're doing, depending on the style that you're doing. For example, from another wineries wines that they don't pass to barrels, that they only keep in the tanks, or wines because there's red wines they only keep in the tanks. They use synthetic or aglomerado. I don't know how to say in English, aglomerado. They use those type of corks. But when you're doing more like a premium wine, you have to use more natural wine, because their wise is to keep it more long time on bottle. So sí es algo que sí o sí es yes or yes, you have to have that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see but I would just say it was I was taking pictures and it smelled so bad.
Yeah.
You can't tell. I was good at acting like it smelled good. And
In
my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah, but I think we don't have no problems. I mean, not yet. Todavía no. I think because we are very small producer, we said. We didn't have. Yeah, Cavi went kind of crazy. Bottles, eso sí.
Oh yeah.
Las botellas sí.
Oh yeah.
Bottles we couldn't find. Eso sí, it was a little more hard.
Really?
Yeah, because they were not sending anything, and it was crazy. But I think right now we don't have any problems with that. Yeah.
Oh, I really like the Tempranillo. I just
the
tried
Nebbiolo.
Yeah, or the Nebbiolo. We already had the Tempranillo. I like the Nebbiolo because these two are still sipping, and I was like, yeah,
It's really good.
it is. These are good wine.
What I like about their wines, the last time I had them, is I feel like each wine has like a lot of personality. Like you can you can distinct one bottle from the others versus other wineries. Their wines taste like similar sometimes, but this one I feel each of them have like a really strong personality.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about this.
Yeah, their wines, like you said, they have a strong personality, but at the end they keep that fruity part,
Sí.
Tiene esa parte como afrutado, esa equilibrización, pero tiene esa parte, ese potencial con la estructura presente, que son vinos que los puedes acompañar con comidas, o sea, pueden ser solos o con comidas, pero los sigues disfrutando. ¿sabes?
Yeah, that's the other thing that I like, that I feel that it's a wine for someone that's like starting but ready to jump to the next stage of wines, but at the same time it's very good, like it has a lot of balance, full body.
There's a lot of character in these wines too, for sure. It's not, that's honestly one of the reasons I love smaller productions, is because they can also play with it a little bit more. They also it's gonna taste obviously every wine tastes a little bit different because every winemaker does things their own way and everything. But I just feel like with smaller productions, when it's such like a large one, you have to do things the same because people like it that way. And if it changes just a little bit, people are like, wait, this is not my wine, blah, blah, blah. But with smaller, like Vintners and smaller productions, you have that capability to play with it a little bit more, try something a little bit different, be a little bit more adventurous. And I think a lot of times it pays off because it is different and people do fall in love. And then they're willing to try other things because they're like, oh, this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I find these little joyitas that we said. Okay, now so I pour the Merlot.
The Merlot. Salud. Salud.
Like we here in Mexico, saludita de la buena. Saludita de la buena. Yeah, okay, so this is only 100% Merlot. Okay? Usually Merlot, we have them here in Valle as a position like very light, easy to drink. Merlot is a type of grape that they use a lot on blends, especially when it has Cabernet Sauvingon, Cabernet Franc, Shiraz. They use it like to a little bit reduce more intense, the high more tannins that usually those grapes give to that wine. So, personally, in my opinion, for me, Merlot, I was like, I don't like Merlot. The Merlot that I know here.
Yeah.
I was like, no, because it's a very flat wine. very easy to drink.
I think Merlot gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think Merlot gets, what do you, like, I think it does, especially after that movie Sideways. Like, you know, he just trash talks Merlot the entire time.
Yeah.
And then everybody thinks, like, they watch one film and everybody thinks they're a wine professional, right? Like, oh, I need Pinot Noir.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Merlot, so for me, it was like, nah, like, I wouldn't consider for me my favorite grape or anything. But then, when I tried this Merlot, I was like, ay, this is Merlot? Are you honest with this? Is straight up Merlot?
It's a little sweet, too.
Because it has the sweetness, but it's like not the typical Merlot. It's like a little bit intense. It's a little bit dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little.
So when I went to New York, I went to RGNY. Rivero Gonzalo, their wineries. The daughter broke away. She has her own winery in Long Island, in the North Fork of Long Island, called RGNY. And I tasted a couple of the grapes. My favorite grape off the vine was the Merlot grape. It was so good.
But those ones, they're very smooth, right?
So smooth.
Yeah.
So smooth. And then they had a 100% Cab Franc.
Los Cabernet. Oh my God, I love.
Oh,
When
it's
you find
so
good Cabernet Franc,
good.
you know who has a good Cabernet Franc? I like to share here because we're friends in Valle. Viña de Franes in Chetocamu, they have a very good Cabernet Franc.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because my fiance, he's a bar manager, and he's like, oh, I don't like Cab Franc. That's a blending wine. And then when I got that one and I had him taste it, he was like, this is not Cab Franc. I'm like, yeah, he thought it was so good. It was so good.
También tienen un Cabernet Sauvingon vinificado como proceso de blanco en Rivero González y está muy
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Sí,
yeah.
muy rico.
I've not been to there. I've only been to the daughters in New York. I haven't tasted their.
Sí, son diferentes las etiquetas en Estados Unidos y en México.
Yeah.
Sí, pero creo que what they do, they don't leave that concept that la piel no la dejan, ¿no? It's
No
like
la
they get all the juice. They, ¿cómo se llama? Extraen todo el jugo and
Yeah,
that's what
they
they
just
use.
just
But it's
extract
very
the
interesting
juice.
what they do, and yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What I like about Cabernet Francs is they always give me like como a hint of roses or soap. I don't know. I think it's like a bouquet on.
I didn't get soap from that one.
I mean, now when
I'm not a fan of eating soap.
Okay, no, I did.
Elegant.
I miss like the smell. There's like something there. And I love roses, so I like how it smells.
Oh, me too.
See?
I love roses a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it does have a little bit of the smoky, just a slight smoky
yeah.
On this one as
Yeah,
well.
but at the end, you see how they leave you like the kind of that toast of the barrel, like esa parte, ¿cómo podría decirlo? Esa parte like not the wood, but the dry business.
Yeah.
You know? And it's something not smooth, but it's something you could hold it, you know?
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, I love dry wines. I don't mind having that pucker at the end. But this is just very slight of that, like just enough.
Yeah.
You know. It's good.
And I want to say something else. He's not a huge fan of red wines, and he's enjoying this.
Mario.
So far so good.
I like
What
this.
is your opinion?
This is the first time in Valle with me, so I'm like, see?
Okay,
We
Mario,
have to come to Valle
We
with
want to
me.
hear your opinion so far.
It's hard, mostly because I don't have the language to aptly describe like what it is that is going on, and that's a big part of like the wine culture.
But the fact that you're not familiar with those things is why I want your opinion.
Well,
You don't need to know those things because most people that go to wineries don't know those things, right? They just know what they like and what they don't like. They just know, oh, I like this, I don't like this. Oh, they get educated. This is how they get educated, right? It's not necessarily coming and knowing all of the things. I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning because you'll never know everything about wine. There's always something. But I love the fact that you're willing to try it.
yeah.
Because so many people are like, I don't like red wines. And then es todo. They don't want to try it. They're done. So the fact that you're trying it and you actually are finding out you're enjoying some.
Y ahora ya que te regañaron, dije.
Como dijo, todos son percepciones.
Sí.
Yeah.
Exactamente.
What even is reality?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not really like it's. it's tart. It's a little fruity. Like not. It's. I don't want to say it's sweet, but like it does have the first couple of notes are like a little bit on the sweeter side.
It's like right when it hits your lips, it's a little sweet.
And then
And-
it pops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. So that's the tea.
Tell them,
That's
what
the
is it? I like
vino.
it. I love it.
That's the vino. That's the chisme. That's what we say here.
Yeah.
That's the chisme. That's not the tea.
Nos platico del chisme que traigo.
But it is. It's just a little like just enough sweet when you just first, and then it just as it coats your tongue, it like changes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I'm about to get hungry, but with the very good steak, or like, or unas codornices asadas, or
Oh,
incluso
yeah.
con un pulpo asado adobado.
Oh, we just had breakfast and you're making me hungry all over again.
We were talking earlier with Eliana. We have more plans, and you guys are into our plans. Let me know, you guys. We want to, because we have some labels that we want to present, Like I said, we make a very small production, and we want to keep it like that, something, more good quality. So we wanted to have, because we have very planned space here to make different kind of things. We want to have like a nice food court, pairing food, to presenting our new labels of wine.
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
you better invite us. I want to
No,
come.
you
I
guys
want to
want to
come.
invite us, yeah. Because and we want like to be, because you guys were the first ones to come here to this project that is starting. So for us, it's very exciting for us. I mean, to come and do this part, because it's something that it's new, and want to people que lo empiece a reconocer, So we have some plans to do like a presentation of labels of wine, but for that, like, we should make a nice dinner. I'm gonna show you guys a place right now where it could be, and it's like have wine, nice core, pairing food with wine. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because there's some labels that are coming out. We don't have them. Oh yeah, I do have right here. It's Syrah. This is the premium wines are
Oh,
coming.
yeah, I saw these.
Yeah,
ones are
the
pretty.
Syrah, they're different harvests. One is 2019 and the other one is 2018. And then presenting another one. El Zarape that you took.
Ah,
Yeah.
wait, this
The
is
one that I cannot open before my
Yeah,
birthday.
you
Wait,
have to
I
wait.
saw
So
that
maybe
one?
we can do
Yeah,
like,
this one. Yeah.
maybe we can do the presentations a lot of labels.
When is
during
it?
my
In
birthday.
It's in April?
So, yeah.
But we planned something to do. It's either April, March, or around
Okay,
there.
well,
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna have to get with you guys 'cause for my wedding. We're gonna need wine. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be reaching out to all my
Sí, sí, sí.
peoples and stuff, cause I'm getting married in a few months.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm just felicidades. Yo, gosh.
Ya vimos el vestido and she looks
Oh, yeah?
gorgeous.
I'll show you. I'll show
Oh,
you.
nice.
Off camera, so.
Yeah, off camera.
No, and why not having
camera.
wine? I mean, this is what you like too, right?
Yes. No. I mean, I love it. It's so. And I definitely am somebody who, I will say, I won't say. Here's my, because we were talking, like, everybody has a different palate, everybody likes different things, wine's so subjective. So I won't ever say like this wine is bad unless it's like badly, like, unless it goes bad or something. Right? Because then you're like, oh, this wine went bad. But it's more like, I'm not a fan of this, but if you like these types of things, you might be a fan of it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's so important to, like you were saying, the best type of wine is the wine that you like.
Right.
I've had people on the podcast say, get all embarrassed. They're like, all I have is barefoot. And I'm like, do you like it? Then that's all that
That's
counts.
good for you, yeah.
That's all that counts, if you like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Felt like a little shade there.
well, that's just the first one that came to mind.
Yeah.
And like, unless they had like Night Train or something like that. If
Box
they had,
wine.
no, hey, there's actually some pretty good box wines now. Box wines are not
Really.
like they used to be. Yeah.
I've never updated my mental model on that.
But if they had, what was the, like, Strawberry Hill? I'd be like, okay, are you 15 years old? Let's get out of the Strawberry Hill era. No boons. That's the one thing I won't accept. You can't have boons on the podcast.
Not allowed.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh. He
You're a
doesn't know
baby.
what-
That's because you're a baby. That was most of our first experiences with,
With
wine.
wine.
With, I'm gonna say wine, was Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill.
I'm gonna stop you right there. When people does this, I don't know what it would be. We were talking about Joey, you know? Remember?
Sorry.
Yeah, but how was this Merlot? Very interesting, right?
Mhm.
To another Merlot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you guys right now, if you guys are going to another winery and you got the opportunity to try a single Merlot, try it because you're gonna see all totally different Merlots. Like I said, I was very surprised when I tried this Merlot. I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
For
No,
me,
I
it's
like
a
it
body
because
that
it
tastes-
does, like I said, it almost it takes you on a little journey
Yeah.
with how it tastes.
Yeah. It starts out sweet and then it ends just like a little kick in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it gives you like the dryness now at the end, right? Okay, so now we're going for the last one. Well, not the last one, because it could not be the last one.
Can never be the last
Never
one.
be the last one. This
The,
is
mer-
going to
the
be,
cab, right?
This is going to be a cab. We leave this one to the end. It's a
Nothing.
very different Cabernet that we always used to taste or to know here in this
I
region.
smell like a peppers on this one.
Yeah, we have more here like mature fruits, a little bit of spices.
Yeah, I definitely smell the spices.
We have the part of the fruit muy madura. Tenemos como encontramos un poquito lo compotado, perdón, del cab, de la fruta. I want to leave it at the very end because I know for sure if I would give this one at first, it's gonna have taste different for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
salud.
So this is a Cabernet 2017.
Eliane is really like just a very. She's like, I'm really just a taste.
Yeah. She's gonna be with us here, so we're very happy to.
Oh,
yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah. So she's with us starting with this new project.
Oh, for sure.
I've never had a cab like this.
Yeah.
No.
It's sweet. I would say
Yes!
it's sweet.
Sweet.
Yes. So
Yeah.
It's sweet.
wow.
So when you say I don't like sweet wine, I know what you mean about sweet wine, but I was like, but this Cabernet is gonna get you surprised.
Yes.
This tastes almost like a dessert wine.
No, and then we have the little port. Do you try?
Like yeah, I could
I tried
handle
it,
this
yeah.
as
I
a
have one-
like
I
this
took
is
my-
the
my
most I would be able to
bottle.
handle as a dessert wine,
Yeah.
right?
And their port is not that sweet either, so I think it's.
Yeah. You guys want to try that?
I mean, we're here to
Yeah.
help promote you guys and to taste everything.
Why not?
Who would I be to say no?
It's well right now when you try it, but it's a very different port. Yeah, and if you guys want at the end with the port, we go sit down where I want to show you guys where we're gonna have something like a food or something. I'll show you guys and yeah, so you guys can know a little bit know the place.
Yeah. Yeah, this was very, you're right.
Yeah.
This was very unexpected.
Yeah.
Because normally, you know, a cab is a lot, this isn't even as heavy as a normal cab either. Like, cab is normally heavy, you're going to want it with a big, something very bold. You don't have to have something very super bold with this one either.
At first you have that sweetness, you know,
Mhm.
that's como
Yeah.
super facilito, dulcecito, podemos usar esa palabra. Pero es mucho la parte de los frutos compotados muy maduros, muy
Yeah.
maduros. That remember me a lot, you know, when tienes muchos frutos rojos bien maduros, pasa todo eso, hasta incluso, no sé, si lo mezclas como un ponche, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could
at
see
At
that.
the first,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
But then it also has like
And at the end, es como que ya te trae un
like it
poquito la
has like
parte de la madera.
almost like blackberries. I love blackberries,
Yeah.
so I kind of taste a little bit of blackberry in there
Uh-huh.
as well. But at the beginning, you do taste that sweetness. Then it kind of dissipates into, like I said, a little bit of not a super sweet blackberry, but like a medium
Mhm.
blackberry. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah.
That taste.
Yeah. Like that, ¿cómo se dice? No tan fermentada. así
Yeah.
tan madura, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a very totally different Cabernet. I would like one day to do a tasting of Cabernet from Valle, from different type of wineries and from here. And we're going to see how the characteristics or the personality of each different Cabernet.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that Cabernet represents a lot is the pepper. Es lo primero que
Yeah.
me salta. Es como que,
Yeah, because you can still smell it, but you don't taste it.
yeah.
Deberías de hacer un blind tasting con este Cabernet y le preguntas a la gente.
Nobody would
Cocinas
ever
que son.
guess. Nobody would ever guess this is
You
a
know, that's a
cab.
good idea for the dinner.
Ándale.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you think this is? And they will say it's a port.
Yeah, ¿cómo se llama? No, un Riesling, el Riesling is too sweet.
Oh yeah, Riesling's very
Or
sweet.
Jerez is too sweet too. Yeah. You know how no one had done
Tal
Riesling.
vez un lambrusco, I think someone will say. Like it's a
Probably, I
lambrusco
could see that.
Or like port.
But the Lambrusca is very.
Yeah.
La uva para hacer un Riesling se tiene que congelar, ¿no?
Lo que pasa que tiene que ver la cantidad de los grados Brix, de la cantidad de azúcar. Tienen que ser muy altas para agarrar una. ¿Cómo se dice?
Have you ever? I've never had a Riesling like straight from Germany. Have you ever had?
I have.
I had.
Ay.
Oh, so fast! He goes like this. I have.
Son caros. Esos vinos, they're very expensive.
Really?
Very
Not when
expensive.
you're in Germany.
Oh,
Oh,
ya con
get
eso.
out of here!
Ya lo invitó.
We both do the same thing.
Sorry, I'm Mexican. No,
Somebody's trying to show off his worldliness.
No, Riesling es yo creo que le gana a los Sopor y a los Jerez, pero son vinos.
De los dulces,
Sí, pero son vinos. Hay unos que have a lot of barrels, con mucha barrica, mucho potencial y son buenísimos. You know, I was gonna say Riesling, but it's not a Riesling. It was a Jerez de Cantos. It was one of the winery make one of that.
Do they still have it?
I don't know if we still have it, but en su momento creo que sí. I'm not
No me
sure.
acuerdo.
I'm not sure if you still have it. I forgot her name, so I don't know.
Generic dog.
Yeah.
We just said mamas. Hi, mamas.
Yeah. No, I was like, hey girl, so yeah. You know, each winery had to have their dogs.
Sí, like 5 of them, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh my
five.
gosh, you know, when we went to Costa Rica, like we went to Montezuma,
Uh-huh.
and then we did a hike to one of the waterfalls,
Mhm.
and one dog started following because I love dogs. Dogs know dog lovers, right? One dog comes, and then literally as
I
we're
don't like dogs,
walking,
and they always come.
it was like
I like big dogs.
at one point we had like 10 dogs following us, and then they all left, and then there was this one black lab, and we grew up with black labs. She went all to the waterfall, and they're like, oh yeah, she comes up, and I wanted to bring her home so bad because she was so sweet, and I was like, I'm never gonna see this dog again. And when we were leaving, she found me. It was like she knew I was leaving. She found me to say goodbye.
She wanted her to take care.
I know. I wish I could have. Oh my gosh. It was
I have dogs too. I don't have kids, but I have dogs.
same.
My
I had a
kids.
pit bull and a
I have a
Cavapoo.
people too. I have mine is Reynolds.
oh.
A Reynolds, and then I have a mix. I don't know how it came, but I know it's a mix. A Grandin is with the pit bull.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Está media rara la mix, pero yeah.
¿Cómo le
But
hicieron?
sí.
I don't want to be responsible for anything that needs oxygen. So no plants, no kids, no pets. That's my rule.
She's like, I
You
can
know-
only myself, and
you know,
that's because
sometimes-
I can barely take care of myself.
Sometimes I was like that as you, but I was
Ay,
raised with
mamá.
animals. So for me, like, I need to have an animal in my house,
Same.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, I
then
was raised with my siblings, and that doesn't mean I want animals in my house.
That was Alondra who said that. I didn't say that about my sister.
I know, it's because, I don't know, for me, it's like, part of my family that I don't have here, so it's my, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sé.
Oh, you mentioned you are from Zacatecas, right?
Yeah, I'm from Zacatecas. But I've been here for a very long time in Valle, like 14 years.
What brought you to Valle?
What it bring me to Valle, I used to live in Arizona. I graduated from high school, and I went to college for criminal justice. But I did summer school. You know how you get credit points,
Yeah.
and if you do summer school.
I do.
So yeah, so I graduated from high school and then went to college. And then when they started to sign me for what I was gonna do, the career and everything, I was illegal in the States. So they're like, you can continue to do
You're
school.
never illegal. You're a human. You're not illegal. You're just undocumented.
Undocumented. That's right. That's the word. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. I should have said it like that. Okay. So I was like, I couldn't continue doing school, So by that time, my parents, my family, everybody, we used to live in the States. And in those times, my family from sides of my dad, they used to go, they own restaurants, Mexican restaurants, and my dad was helping one of my uncle. So he's like, you know what? A lot of laws that came into the immigrants, and then everybody started going, you know, different parts of sides of Arizona, and everything went down. So we had to come back to Mexico. And I was like, I don't want to go back to Mexico because I was very young to the States, you know? I thought my whole life it was going to be in the States. So I came back. I'm going to do a short story because it's a very long story. And then I came back to Mexico, Zacatecas, where I was born. And I got over there and I was like, for me, it was new because I was born there, but I was not raised there, you know? Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, what am I do here? I got no friends, nothing. But that time I was 17 years old. And I was like, you know, I need friends, I need party, you know, the age, you know? So my parents, they were like, you live in my house, there's rules here, and
my house, my rules.
Yes. I was like, you know what, I might get, you know, I'm gonna start working and I might get independent. So no one could tell me anything. But at that time, my parents were like, no, go to school, you need to finish a career, you know, like the career that I want is not here, you know? So my mom, she's like, oh, mija, I think if you do cosmetology, you know, you have your own salon, everything. I'm like, Mom, I don't even do my hair. I don't, you know, you think I'm gonna do that? I don't like that. But you know how moms are, you know, so sweet, they want to help you and everything. So like, no, you know, I don't like this. So I start working over there. I'm like, I want to be independent. I want no one to tell me anything. And then I was like, you know, I can be here. I want to back to the States. So here in Tijuana, well, in Valle, I have an aunt, a tia. So they're like, go 2 weeks with your tia. Probably you like because it's near to Tijuana, to the States. She lives in Tijuana. They told me in Tijuana, not in Valle. So 14 years ago, this is what now Valle was it. So now when I got to Tijuana, I call my tia, oh, tia, I'm right here in Tijuana. So where do you live? Send me your address, you know? Like, oh, mija, you still have to do like an hour. I was like, okay, probably it's the other side because it's a big city.
Yeah.
You know, so we're driving everything, and then when we passed Rosarito and Puerto Nuevo, I was like, you know, this is not Tijuana. You know, where is it, you know? So when I got to the Valle, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God, what did I did to pay this, you know? Because 14 years ago, Valle was not this. Yeah. Payrolls, the wineries are crazy. I was like, you know what? I want to go back to the States. So I got my parents, they're dedicated, or they're plant a lot of beans, corn, they're farmers. So I'm the oldest one of the family. And my parents, they always, especially my dad, he's like, I want someone to help me with the lands. There's four girls and 1 boy. I'm the oldest one. Everybody got their own things. They don't want to work in the fields and things. I was like, for me, I don't want to work in the fields. You know, when do you have a career? So my dad is like, if you have a career about, ¿cómo se dice? Agronomy? You get good pay. I'm like, nah, I don't want to work in the fields, you know? For me, that's not good and everything. My dad, he's like, I want you to guys help me here in the land because one day we're going to pass away and who's going to be here? And I'm like, nah, Dad, you know, this is not for me. So when I came over here, I started working in this winery, MV. Probably you guys hear about MV. I started working there because of my English. Como dijo Celia, my English is not good, but, you know, I started working there. And then I started learning about the vines, because you have to learn about vines and process of wine. When you present the wine, you have to tell them about that, you know? So there was a lot of things that my parents would show me in the lands, and I was like, oh, yeah, Dad, you know, they're doing this because of the bacteria, or, you know, the soil and things like that. He's like, keep going, mija, you know?
He wanted you to learn the land, and you ended up learning about the land.
Yeah, so I got it too much in the passion of the wine while they were doing, but, you know, being part of a bottle when it comes back to the bottle, lo que hay dentro, detrás de ese vino, all that work, and then when we show you guys, it's like, oh, you know, for me that's very special.
You're like, I'm part of that.
Yeah, it's like, no, you know, I have to stay here. So now I've been here for 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 14 years working on this, being on this business, and now I have the opportunity to be on this new project, and for me it's so very interesting because this is how I start. At first, when it was like very something small, so very petite, you know, and that's when I was saying earlier, I like the passion that I have to make all this wine, you know? So for me, it's like, I love it. So imagine get paid what you love, that's easy, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it so much. So I was like, yeah. So that's what now I'm here in Valle. So I love it. Yeah.
Well, we're happy
Yeah.
you are.
Yes. Enjoying wine, drinking with nice people, meeting people, and so.
Wait, talk about, because I know the Nebbiolo won, right?
Yeah, there's gold medals. Well, we have this one. It was in New York, the Nebbiolo, and then we have one for Tempranillo. The Tempranillo you guys try. It was very interesting because there's a competition here in Ensenada called Ensenada Tierra del Vino, where they compete a lot of wineries from different states, from different parts of the world. And we sent the Tempranillo. We're like, oh, we see how set, because sometimes, you know, when you have gold medals or whatever, a winner, our people check that part, and you know, they want to look what you're doing, you know. So like, okay, we're gonna send Tempranillo. We're gonna see how it goes. And we never thought we won a, what's it called? It was a gold medal. Yeah, a gold medal. So for us, we were very surprised. And here in Mexico, we won the medal. And then we have the Nebbiolo, but this is a silver medal in New York.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we also too, there's this revista, what's it called? Magazine, very top magazine here in Mexico called Cava.
Can I smell the brandy?
Yeah, if you guys could try it, we're gonna try it if you guys want.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, look, Mario's like, yes.
You like brandy?
Oh, wow,
I
the
do
smell.
today.
You
Or
smell
cognac,
this?
that they call them.
I bought a bottle last time.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like too much.
Cognac can only be from that one region in France, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I only
All right,
have
here, I'm gonna hand
from
this to you.
Germany
Yeah, we're gonna try this one.
and cognac and brandy from France.
No, it's cognac if it's from France.
Oh, yeah,
Cognac,
cognac
we
from
have-
France. Yeah,
We
those
have
are-
two barrels
Brandy.
here.
Yes, brandy.
Sí.
Two type of different barrels. This is called T5 barrel. This is regular thousand barrel, French oak barrel. But this is what I know right now is one of the best barrels here. The el roble, the wood, is very different to this one. So right now we're doing a difference to the same brandy, but different barrels. So
So
what
you're
we're
gonna get
doing,
different you're gonna get different tastes from
what
it.
we're doing a taste of, here we have some, oh, I didn't put him up.
Oh my god, that looks like moonshine.
Yeah.
Okay, we have some brandy here, but we add some, you see some little wood things here?
Uh-huh.
We add like little chips, like toast, to see, it says French heavy toast, you know, to see how it tastes. So we're doing right now, we're mixing one, we're gonna put one in each different barrel, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna leave it about 2-3 years. So the brandy that you guys are going to try, we only make very small production, so it's a limited production. The barrel, it's 125 liters, so it's very, very small.
Yeah.
So this one is finished, but if we're not ready in 2 or 3 years, we have to wait until this is finished, ready. Yeah. So we're gonna have them right now, those barrels there. Yeah. So right now we're gonna pour that inside with the different toasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
This is our, so yeah, we're checking, you know, examples to see how it goes, how it tastes. But as you see, the color is very different.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, with toast and without toast. Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. Okay, so a ver, ¿qué
Let me
vamos a probar?
rinse my-
Oh, you guys want to rinse it? Yeah. Also, too, we have water behind those bottles. If you guys want to have some water, you're welcome to. Okay, so the brandy, right?
Yeah, I just want a teeny tiny bit.
Thank you.
Just like I want like Eliana tasting bit. Where did you get water?
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, I have more water. You want a bottle of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have more water.
Because I'm gonna drink too.
Gracias.
¿Te pruebas aceite de oliva?
This is extra virgen. Aceite de oliva. Yeah. Ahorita que es temporada, todos estamos haciendo aceite de oliva, so it's very easy to get. Yeah. Tenemos ahí cubetas también de aceite de oliva.
Oh, sí?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that is good olive oil.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right now,
That's a lot of
the time
flavor.
for the process of the what's it
Yo
called?
vi que leerlo en Instagram. Dice que si le puedes dar un trago a tu aceite de oliva, es de muy buena calidad.
Sí, mi mamá me obligaba.
También.
¿Cucharadas de aceite de oliva?
Your mom is so cool.
Pues era bueno, era bueno. Probar la calidad.
¿Me pour some?
Okay, yes, please.
Si quieres tomarte la bolita que queda o
Sí, no, me daba cucharadas de aceite de oliva.
I think
no, it is good.
¿A beneficio de qué? No
Te
entendí.
ayuda para el estómago.
okay, that's good. All right. But it smells so good.
¿El pan tiene romero?
So
Creo
like,
que sí. Yo creo
sí,
que
es
sí.
romero
Sí.
con ajo.
It tastes a little like it smells a little bit like honey too.
Ajá.
I feel like the more I smell, the more I'm like, oh wait, I
Ah, sí.
started to identify smells better. Yeah, Mario. Okay, come here, salud. You guys need to get in frame for this one.
Salud ustedes porque
Salud.
usted have to do tasting.
Estás dando tasting.
That's why I just said a teeny tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a gold brandy. We live more time, like 3 or 4 years
Oh,
in
that's
barrel.
good.
At first,
And I'm not a big brandy person either. I'm not gonna lie.
Me neither, and I bought a bottle last time.
Yeah, she loves it so much. You might think it's like, so strong porque al principio como lo que hueles, digo, tienes esa presencia de la madurez de un brandy, tienes la presencia, como habías mencionado, la miel, lo tostado. And sometimes we think it's gonna be a little bit like, strong and heavy, but it's a brandy, you could drink it without anything.
It's a
easy.
good sipping brandy for sure. Like it's a good.
Tiene notas de miel, como mencionan, mantequilla y nuez.
Ajá.
Digo, no sé qué tipo de nuez, pero definitivamente nuez.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, the olive oil? Yeah.
And the olive oil.
Everything.
Everything. Mi gente, this place you need to come. Come to Baja. Come to
Yeah,
Valle.
yeah, come to Valle, come down. Don't be afraid. It's a very peaceful place.
So if people want to
Nice
come
places.
down, because it's reservations only,
Mm-hmm.
how do they come here and how do they make a reservation to come here?
Okay, we're only working right now by reservation because I want you to guys have a personal attention. Also too because of the spa. I mean, you guys are seeing the spa that we have. We want people to enjoy wine. We don't have it open as a public, but you guys, one day, you guys will be welcome to be here. You guys could get it in our social media called Vino Cēāctl Vinos in Instagram or Facebook, or also you could contact with me, Brenda. My number, well, the area code is Mexico, but if you're coming from the States or you're coming from the States, is +52 646 236 4591.
And make sure to tell them the wine and Chisme sent you.
Or either you could send an email Vino Cēāctl at gmail.com.
And we'll put all that in the show notes and on YouTube as well. So
Yeah,
people can have
great,
that
great.
information.
So you guys have the information, and for us, it would be glad to come, you guys, to see what we're doing. And if you want to do a wine route here in Valle de Guadalupe, I recommend you guys, if it's your first time coming down to Valle, I recommend you guys, like, if you guys want to do a big winery, medium winery, and do a small winery. So you can see a difference in those type of wineries, and oh my God, you're going to go with a very surprised what they're doing.
And
Yeah.
Brenda even said she's all about sharing the love. So if you're not sure where to go,
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be more than happy to give
Yes.
recommendations. But as long as you come here.
Yeah.
If you don't come here, she's not giving you recommendations.
Yeah, like I said, I've been in the industry for 14 years, so good thing I know a lot of people here in Valle. We're very friends, each other and everything. We'd be glad to give you a recommendation to different wineries. Very nice, but it's a place totally, for sure, you guys have to come here to this area. Yeah.
We're excited. Well, we want to get the tour of everything else, but I'm excited that we did this tastings and they were really good. I can't wait till those are ready. So we
Yeah.
can have some of those. I can't wait to be able to try this. I'm the
The
everything.
sarape.
Yeah, the sarape. I mean, everything was so good. What was your favorite? What's your favorite one?
I really like the Nebbiolo, but I have to say that my favorite from here is the Cabernet because I usually don't like cabs, but this one is very different. It's unique. So since I shared the last time I came here and people have been asking me, I always say, oh, you have to try their Cabernet. But for me, it's always the Nebbiolos.
What was your favorite, Mario?
The cab.
A cab.
Yeah.
A cab was a little sweet. I thought it was good. It was a little sweet for me. So if you don't like cabs, you have to try this cab because it is very, very different. I am very much of that old school. Like I like my big, bold,
Heavy,
dry,
yeah.
heavy cabs. Yeah. I'm gonna say I think just because I love my favorite snack is popcorn or cheese.
So you like
So-
the Lambrusca?
Yeah, I think the lambrusca or the whatchamacallit,
¿Qué fue, Brenda?
tempranillo. Those were my favorites.
The Tempranillo is really
You know,
good too.
I think these wines are very different each one, but you know, como que tenemos para todo.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
for everyone.
I
you
love
know?
the lambrusca because it is so it's just a very good, like I said, popcorn wine.
Yeah,
It's something that I could just I wouldn't even have to think about. I could just pop it open and
yeah.
and I love the smokiness of the tempranillo. Like I really liked I liked the smokiness of that. So I think that's why I really like that one too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So,
No, thank you so much, you guys. Always a pleasure. For me, it's a pleasure to have you guys
oh my God,
come
thank
here
you
and
for having us and for
sharing everything.
sharing
yeah.
the wine and sharing the story and
Yes.
sharing everything. I think it's, especially Valle is still a part that people are still getting to know and learn about and everything. But I always think it's so important that you have these very, very large wineries, right? That everybody goes to, that everybody, they get their Instagram photos and whatever. But if you're somebody who really appreciates winemaking, somebody who really appreciates good wine, it's so, so important to go to some of the smaller wineries. Because like how we were talking at the beginning about, the love and the attention to detail that you get with the smaller vintners that sometimes you don't always get with the larger vintners. Obviously, the larger productions, the more, people, the more everybody kind of does their own thing. I think it's so important to have that experience of the big, medium, small. So,
Yeah,
thank
the
you
passion
for-
what they're doing.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, muchísimas gracias, Brenda.
No,
So
al contrario,
excited.
gracias.
Hola, mi gente.
Gracias,
Thank you for
Gracias,
listening to
Ariana.
this
I
episode
can't- I'm
of the
excited
Wine and
to
Chisme
see the rest
podcast.
of this.
Yeah,
If you would like to hear more wine and more
cheese.
chisme, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Saludos.